Hello and welcome back to Eclipse RP. So, starting off before this video gets anywhere too in-depth, I first of all wanted to say that I will be releasing a more in-depth video on this topic that I'm going to be going over in this video in the future. But I just kind of wanted to put this out here and get some thoughts on kind of the direction of what I want to go with this. And this being, I think I'm going to be starting my own gang on Eclipse. I have been pretty much, I think, in 3 different gangs. I've been in the Seaweeds, the Wanted, and the Rooks, so I figured it was time to maybe try our luck at starting our own gang, and kind of running it how we would want it to be, how we would want it to be run, or ran. So I think that's what I'm going to do, but I did want to make a video before I officially made everything and made the Discord, made the forum posts, and all of that stuff. Kind of get your ideas, and kind of see what you guys want to see content-wise as well from a gang. Now I do know right off the bat that I do want to keep it pretty small and pretty, what's the word for it, exclusive for certain people or certain people with certain skills. So it's not going to be a huge gang like Zetas or Triads or WCA or stuff like that. It's going to be a pretty exclusive gang. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do recruiting yet. I still need to get a right-hand man, like a number 2 or something as well to help me run it. Because I am going to be having a bit trouble running it on my own, while also working and also doing the Mafia City videos. So I'm definitely going to need a couple people to help me with that, so I need to figure all that stuff out as well. But basically, I think what I want to do is create a gang similar to the Rooks and the Wanted kind of combined. Kind of how the Wanted was kind of a car gang, would host... Actually, I don't really think they hosted many races, but I want to definitely host some illegal races. And similar stuff to that, and possibly some car shows, although might be kind of bad because I feel like Zetas or, I don't know, Triads are usually pretty fine, but I feel like Zetas are someone who would kind of just come in, try and rob everyone or do stuff like that. So we might not be doing car shows, but I do definitely want to do some car related stuff on the criminal side. But I think the gang is again going to be kind of a mix of how the Wanted was kind of a car gang. They definitely did still do some drug running and some stuff like that to make money, which I'll probably still do in this game, but I do want to keep it primarily kind of focused on cars, and I do also want to have it kind of some parts of the Rooks in it as well, kind of how they had a pretty secretive way they went about stuff, like you didn't even know they were in town until I joined them really, or heard much about them. Kind of how they are, they stay pretty quiet, stay to themselves, don't get an alliance or whatever with any of the big gangs, so don't get in trouble with them right off the bat. But I think I have a couple things to figure out. Number 1 being, obviously the main goal of the gang, which I think it will be to do kind of illegal, car shows, or not car shows, illegal races and such like that, and make money that way, and hopefully have some entertaining RP for people. Because there isn't a bunch of actual RP stuff going on, with gangs it seems, at least from what I've seen. But again, I haven't been in town in a long time, so I might be completely wrong on that. But I do want to bring some pretty cool RP with car shows and races and stuff like that to the server, hopefully. Or at least races. And I also do want to run it as an actual gang with drug running still probably. Probably making some alliances with other gangs, which hopefully is going to be all some pretty cool, interesting RP for you guys. So I'm definitely excited for that. But I think for now, what we're going to do is kind of go around. I want to think of some different outfits possibly. I've been thinking about it a little bit, and I'd like to get you guys' opinion as well. As well as the car colors or kind of cars we're going to be driving. And a lot of the details I want you guys to kind of figure out and see what you guys in the comments would want for a gang. And kind of build it around that and see how it turns out. It might be interesting, it might be horrible, you never know. But... basically going to be it for right now. What I think we're going to do right now, though, is go check out some spots where I think would be cool to have kind of our gang hideout, because I need to figure out that. I need to figure out the car colors, I need to figure out the outfits, I need to figure out kind of a name as well. The name's probably a pretty big thing that I need to figure out as well. Jesus, is that a cheetah? 20 mil for a cheetah, jeez. Alright, before we get too distracted, I think we're going to go to some of the locations I was thinking of for a hideout, and get your guys' opinion on them, see what you're thinking of that. But we're gonna go cut over to that, and I will see you guys in a little bit. Alright. So for the first spot, this is what I was thinking of. Now again, I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to go about it, because I know the Zetas have that little compound that I showed in an earlier video and have structures on it, so I'm not exactly sure how you go about getting structures on it. I'm not sure if there's a properties team or something to go about that. Although I do know, they kind of donated a ton of money to the server, which may have, convinced admins to let them do that. So I'm not exactly sure how I would go about doing it or setting up kind of the ownership of this property and stuff like that. But I'd have to figure that out. And if you guys do know in the comments, awesome to tell me if you do know. But I think it'd be cool to have this kind of the main hangout for one of them. Kind of have a gate here or something like similar to that, or kind of at this area would probably be. And then I believe there's another entrance over here. Yeah, and then this entrance we could also have blocked off or with a gate as well. I think it'd be really cool, like a nice open area. And if we could get the properties team to let us somehow RP'ly buy this, we could set up some really cool stuff here, like a whole underground kind of campsite for people in the gang. It could be really cool. Could provide some really cool RP. But I'm not exactly sure how that works. If you do know, let me know. But this is the first location I was thinking of. Let's go over to these. Oh, apparently you can't get out this way. Never mind. Let's go over to the second location I was thinking about. And see what you guys are thinking about that as well. Alright, so the second spot is actually where we started the video. Now, I'm not exactly sure if this would be a good spot just because it's so open and such like that. And there's two entrances kind of. Even though the other one does have two entrances, I'm not sure if the other doors work. I went to them and then tested and they didn't open, but I'm not sure if that's just my save file or something with the server. But this is the second spot I was thinking of. It's right here. It's just like this little parking garage. It's kind of open is the only thing. The thing is, it is in a pretty nice spot. There's not a ton of people who go through here, but at the same time it's close to everything and pretty obvious. But I'm not sure about all of the kind of openness of it. And it is pretty simple. It's just kind of like a little garage. Even though the other spot was also a parking garage, it was underground and it was kind of a cool place. I'm not exactly sure if this will be one of the spots I choose. Again, I'm not sure how it works with kind of owning just regular properties like this. If you have to go through the properties team, or if there is a properties team, or how it goes. It most likely won't be that place I choose as a hideout for the gang, for being a main place. But I think it is a pretty nice spot to think of. Again, if you have any suggestions in the comments below, please let me know. Again, I'm mostly making this video before I make the official announcement of me creating a gang. It's going to get your guys' input, get your guys' ideas, because you guys probably know a lot more about the server than me, since I haven't been on it in quite a while. But I think we're going to go over to the third location, check that out, and then after that, I'm going to go a little bit more in depth into kind of some of the ideas behind it and kind of how I want to run it. But I will see you guys at the third location in just a second. Alrighty, so this is the last spot that I was thinking of. Oh boy, some guy getting sketchy. But I thought this would be a really cool spot because one, it's right off the highway, and then another thing is I'm not exactly sure again how the properties team for Eclipse really works, or how you would go about putting in a request for something. But I think it'd be really cool if let me lock this real quick. If somehow I could get this part, like up here, turned into like a clubhouse or something like that, and then kind of have this be our hangout spot. But again, I'm not exactly sure how to go about getting like an RP situation, or an RP location kind of done up and kind of worked with the whatever team it is, the properties team, or however they do their properties over on Eclipse. Then also how much in-character money I'd have to pay for it as well, because I know it'd be a decent amount. The other thing is there is a chairlift up here, so I'm not sure if that would interfere. I actually don't know how this works. We'll test it out once I'm done talking, but we might be stuck at the top of Mount Chiliad if we use it, because I'm not sure if you can get back down, but we'll do that in a second. But basically, I thought this would be a really cool location since it's kind of out of the way. It's like not right into Polito, it's kind of just right out of it, and it's on the highway, stuff like that. So I think it'd be a pretty cool location to have a hangout. There's plenty of room as well, but again, I don't know how I would go about getting the permissions to either, I mean, we could hang out wherever we want either way, but the permissions to kind of have an interior for the place, and again, how much in-character money that would cost as well, and stuff like that. But again, as I said a bit earlier, this video is mostly just me kind of brainstorming, and I want to take your guys' suggestions and your guys' comments and kind of put it forth into the next video, which the next video I want to make on Eclipse is either us completely joining a gang, or not joining a gang, us completely creating a game, which if it's that, I want to make a pretty edited video kind of going over all different portions of it. It might take a couple extra days to make just because I do want it to be kind of a pretty edited, well together video. As you can see, this video not super edited together. I kind of just wanted to get some ideas out there, see what people were thinking, and then I want to make a more edited video, a more polished video, kind of announcing that I'm going to be creating a gang. Again, it's not 100% sure if I am going to be creating one. If you guys do know of any car gangs or gangs that are kind of either one against Zetas, which would be fun to join because that'd be a lot of PvP and a lot of action, or two kind of car oriented, because I haven't seen any so far, but it'd be cool to maybe join one of those because I know hosting a gang is going to take up a lot of time and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do it 100%. So if you guys do know of So if you guys either do know, it's a lot of bikes. If you guys either, I need to finish my sentence. If you guys either do know a gang that has a bunch of, like a car gang, or a gang that is kind of against Zetas, or hunting Zetas or something like that, that'd be awesome. Let me know about it. But I don't believe there is, at least to the best of my knowledge. So we might create something, and we might either one, create a gang solely to just fight against Zetas, and try and, free the city from some of their reign. Or two, create a car gang and have some fun with that, host some events, also make money as well. But, well, I'd like to see what you guys are thinking. Sorry if this video was, one, a bit short, and two, a bit too much of me talking about stuff that, I'm not the best talker. So, if a lot of this video doesn't make too much sense, that's on my bad. But basically, the premise of this whole thing was I just wanted to kind of make a video announcing that I might be creating a gang. Again, this is not 100% sure, but the main thing is I kind of wanted to get your guys' opinions, since you guys are the ones watching it, of what you guys kind of would want to see from a gang, or if you want me to join a gang, or if you know of any gangs that would be good for me to join that are RP heavy, and have some cool stuff with them. But I think that's going to be actually pretty much it. I know this was a super short video, and I'm sorry if it wasn't super entertaining, but I really just wanted to get your guys' opinion on some stuff, and I figured this was the best way to do it. But the next video of Eclipse is hopefully going to be pretty well edited together, and I'm either going to be, one, finally joining a gang, or at least rolling with a gang and possibly joining one, or two, trying to start the creation of my own. Now again, the only thing about creating my own is that it'd be kind of hard to run, just because, it takes up a lot of time that I most likely don't have, because I'm going to be working pretty much full time for a while, and I'm also going to be making videos over on Mafia City, so I'm not 100% sure if I'd be the best to run a gang, but if you guys do know of one that I might want to join, or some info of some cool RP gangs that are kind of small, please let me know in the comments section below. I think that's going to be about it though. Again, if you did enjoy, please leave a like, and if you want to, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.